geez, we don't even want to talk about the fight. I mean, that was the post-fight is where it was at, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm
Tell us
hearing.
a little bit about that, and just kind of, was that the plan all along that you get on that microphone, you're going to use that platform tonight?
Yeah, I was praying to God to give me the win so I could have the platform. Because when you lose, you don't get the interviews, you know? You go home, half your paycheck. Not that that even matters, but you don't get to reach, the people that I'm trying to reach. So, got to get the win. In America, unfortunately, you need a platform to reach people because no one's going to listen to Joe Schmo in the corner. If Conor McGregor, obviously, or LeBron James stand on the corner saying, "Oh, you guys, stop shooting heroin," stop sexually assaulting people, then they might listen, But so I'm trying to make a platform for myself so I can do that. I'm a sexual assault victim. I'm a self-medicator. Probably have some mentally ill issues as well. So and this is America, so I would say 75% of us are mentally ill or self-medicate or are a victim of sexual assault. So that's my goal, is to help the world, and change the world. I don't think there's enough of that going around, so that's the goal.
I mean, can you talk us through, a lot of people say stuff like that, and they know that, I guess the thing that we hear people say all the time is, you can't help a million people, but you want to help one person. Do you feel like that was such a big part of that for you tonight, is that maybe one person out there got it?
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
If I could help one person, then I've made a difference, right? But I believe that I could help a lot more, because before I even won this fight, I would get numerous messages on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook from people across the world, Ireland, Scotland, all over, Russia, whatever country. They're messaging me, and I'm not like famous. I'm not, I'm just, maybe I'm popular, but that's about it. So win fights, make a living. I'm engaged now, so I gotta support some people, and change the world, help people.
How good did it feel to get back into the ring?
So I never lost twice in a row before. My only loss was outside the UFC in a fight that I was winning. I broke my orbital, and I thought that was the end of my career. I almost lost my eye in that fight. I had a metal plate put in my face. Bounced back. I relapsed over that. Bounced back. Won 3 straight. Gone to UFC. Won on the Dana White show, looking for a fight show. He signed me. Crushed my first 2 UFC fights. Then I lost my next 2. Unfortunately, I had some mishaps with the Diego Ferreira fight. Before the fight, I had an injury. Fought anyways. And then my last one, I did everything I could to be prepared for that fight. I was winning the fight. I won the first, second, and I was winning the third. Tore my hamstring, and it went the way it went. But I won the bonus, cherry on the top, and I got a new contract. So going into this fight, I was like, I gotta win this one in order to stay in the UFC, And new contract, first win, down. So new slate.
That said, though, I know you talked to John and said you were disappointed in your performance. You don't hear a lot of guys who get a couple 30-27 say that they're disappointed.
I felt like I could have done more. Dan's a tough guy, long. He looked a lot bigger once I got in the cage. I was like, oh boy, he's a big boy. I'm definitely smaller for the weight class. I got a 68-inch reach. That's like a bantamweight, and I'm 5'9". I'm just like a stubby guy for the weight class. But so it made things, and he fights awkward, and he's a southpaw. So I had a little puzzle to solve. I started getting the timing down a little better, and I was able to get my takedowns, and I was able to capitalize on some scrambles. I wanted to finish. Fighting 3 rounds, it's exhausting, but I got the win. So.
Did it play out kind of how you thought it would? He made it kind of competitive. You just seemed to be just one step ahead.
Yeah, I felt like I was definitely one step ahead. I almost got the finish. I felt like in the second round I was definitely hurting him. I was rape choking, no pun intended, but I was rape choking him and punching him in the face with one arm like he was like my little brother. So unfortunately he was able to scramble and get out of the position, but I'm just getting better, man. My first win back in the one column. I've only been at Rufus Sport for a year, so I'm just starting to get a rhythm here, and I think 2019 is going to be a big year for me.
He started attacking submissions. I think it was in the second round. That never had it quite locked and never quite under the chin. Did he have you in any sort of trouble or not really?
That's why I was also really upset. I was like, how does this guy have my back right now? And how is he he threw up the armbar. I knew he wasn't going to get it because I saw him taking the angle to put up the armbar, but I knew all I had to do was slip my arm out, and I was using it just so I could punch him. But he's veteran. He's a tough guy. He fought some good opposition, and he eventually took my back, but I knew I was able to get out of it, so I did what I had to do.
As you said, you're pretty small for the weight class. Is the plan to stay at 55, or would you like to?
I can't go to 45 because I'm short and stubby for the weight class, but I still cut. I cut 16 pounds this week, and it sucks. So I would have to be 10 pounds lighter and then still cut 16 pounds of water in order to get to 45. So I have big legs and a big butt, and I can get heavy in between. So I'm learning. I got to stay smaller in between camps and not blow up to. I can easily be 195. Like in a month from now, you'd see me like this. It's just the way I am. Can't help it.
As you continue to progress through the UFC rankings, do you think being small for the weight class but not being able to drop back down to featherweight, is that something you have to adapt to?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm gonna have to just keep getting stronger and better. I've come to the conclusion that it's about being better and not bigger. My coach Duke, he was a really small heavyweight. He was fighting guys that were 50 pounds heavier than him, and he was beating them. Look at Mike Tyson, he's a small heavyweight, really small, killing guy. So why should I kill myself cutting weight just to be the better guy? I could be better, not bigger.
How fast you want to get back in there?
I mean, Madison Square Garden's coming up. My grandfather fought in Madison Square Garden. I was born in Manhattan. I trained at Henzo's for 7 years, which is 3 on 34th Street. 30th Street. Madison Square Garden's on 34th Street. I've been in Manhattan my whole life. My grandparents grew up in Harlem. My mother grew up in Manhattan. I lived in Queens. I think
There you go.
this is my desk. I used to shoot heroin down the block from Madison Square Garden on a regular. I would go into a bathroom that was right there, a diner, and I would shoot my dope. And I would walk past and I'd go to Henzo's. I'd go in the Henzo's bathroom, I'd shoot dope in there, and I'd train, and I'd fight and I'd win, and I'd be staring at Madison Square Garden like, oh, maybe one day. And here I am. It's my time.